This video is a guide for the Retro Achievement set for Where's Waldo on the NES. It will outline all the different challenges and achievements there are in the set and what it takes to complete it. It will also provide you with some tips and tricks to help you along the way and show you how easy this could be for your next badge.
Nice.
Okay, let's take a look through the set. It's a pretty short one, you can finish it up in a couple hours. It's worth 110 points. For the most part, you're just playing through the game on each of the difficulty settings. There are a few skill-based type of achievements, nothing too complicated. There's an achievement to find Waldo on your first try, and also one to find him in under 10 seconds. You might actually end up doing both of those on the very first level. And if you miss him, you could easily restart and try the first couple levels until you get it. There's also one to collect during the slot machine minigame. You just have to match anything but Waldo. Lastly, there's an achievement to access the special credit screen. A little bit odd, but an easy one to get. You just have to know the key combo. So to get this one, you want to wait on the title screen until it flips to the credit screen. When you see the credit screen, hold up, left, select B and A, then switch to down, right, start B and A. And if you entered it correctly, you should hear your achievement pop, and you'll be greeted with the extra special thanks menu. Perfect, off to a great start. Some people say that's one of the hardest ones in this whole set. Oh, and don't forget to thank Cricket. Alright, now that you got your first achievement, let's look at the gameplay and get a couple more. You're mostly just going to be playing through the different scenes, searching for Waldo as you expect. This sounds easy, but it gets quite tricky at times. To begin with, Waldo's only made up of about 60 pixels, and as you go through the game, they'll change the color palette and hide him behind objects. Sometimes they change him up so much he's almost unrecognizable. The trick to it is to target his head when you find him. You actually don't get credit if his head's not inside of the cursor. I'm also pretty sure all you need to have is his head. You don't have to have the whole body. Sometimes it's too hard to get his whole body inside the cursor anyway, because it gets smaller and smaller with the difficulty levels. You also don't want to waste any of your precious time trying to line it up perfectly, so if you got his head inside, just select it. You'll get a feel for it pretty quickly. Every once in a while you might get caught up on just one of the scenes, but in general, the biggest trouble is going to be in the subway. The subway is definitely the #1 place that will end your run. You're supposed to collect the glasses and pick up Waldo and then navigate to the very end tile. The problem is you'll end up getting mugged on the way. Well, I guess he's actually a wizard, but not a good wizard. I'm not too sure about all the Waldo lore, but I guess he's some kind of nemesis. All you need to know is that if he lands on you on hard mode, he'll instantly deplete your timer, but you'll learn that pretty quick. In fact, you'll learn it over and over again. Oh! He won't leave. Can we go down there? Oh my god, he jumps on it. Basically, having a successful run and finishing this game on hard comes down to how well you can complete the subway. The best strategy to deal with this guy is pretty much just to avoid him by not standing still on any one tile for too long. He will teleport onto you, especially when you're towards the end. I guess it makes sense, he's a wizard after all. I think it's probably scripted to target you once you're closer to the finish. I think the thing that helped me the most was just to stay at the start and scan the level first before I made any moves. This way I wasn't getting caught out in the middle without any plans. So just start at the end and trace yourself out a visual pathway. Try to link to the 2 items and then back to the starting position. I didn't find the need to flip too many tiles. In this example, I only flipped 1, and a lot of times on hard I found myself going up and around the outside like you see here. Once you're sure of your path, start moving out and make your way through the maze. It's also important to note that you have to land on the exact tile to exit. You can't land on the corner like this. There is one other mechanic to consider, and that comes up during the cave stage. You have an option to collect the Hourglass. The problem is it's a gamble whether it actually adds or subtracts from your timer. The odds seem to be about 50-50, so up to you whether you want to take the risk. Although on the hard difficulty it seems almost necessary to get the extra 100 seconds. But if you get the penalty instead, you may have just ended your run. And that's really all the strategy you'll need to tackle this game. If you were able to beat the game all the way through on the hard setting, then you pretty much have all the achievements done by now. You may still need to go back and get the extra couple of challenge achievements like the slot machine and the sharp eye. Your best bet's probably just going back to easy and getting through these. But I'm sure if you made it through hard, these naturally fell into place along the way. Which means you've done it, congratulations. You've landed on the moon and joined a group of elite Waldo players. Yeah! Thanks for watching and good luck on your next game.